touchdown interception rate. Yeah, he wasn't 50 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, but 30-3 and 13-3 with the number 1 seed, that's a lot. That is a lot. So for them to go out there and draft a quarterback, they miscalculated the entire situation, and that was just a wasted pick.
Yeah, I think people miscalculate things all the damn time. But it's sometimes throughout the process of it, what that result leads to is Aaron Rodgers having these last 2 type of years and now having the biggest contract and securing the gamble. The bet paid off. I mean, regardless of whether you say it's a wasted draft pick or not, like now you have your quarterback that's going to end his career in Green Bay who's playing at an MVP caliber level.
I think I don't think they miscalculated. I think they didn't know. The unknown was they won 13 games LaFleur's first year, but Rodgers was learning a new system, still an excellent player, but didn't look quite like he had looked. At least the numbers weren't quite what they'd been. And Key, I know you make the argument they were still very good. They were, but if you look at his numbers, there was a little dip there. So they're thinking he's, at the time, 36, 37. We don't know what this is. Let's get an insurance policy.
Well, they
right?
shouldn't be in the business of football if they didn't know what that looked like at 13.
Well, let me ask you
that's
something.
a high insurance policy.
Let me ask you guys something. Knowing now the chain of events, we know that Rodgers won back-to-back MVPs once they drafted Love. We know that he did this whole thing and redefined the relationship with Green Bay. I guess the question really is, if you could go back, if you're a Packers fan and you could go back in time and change it so that they never draft Jordan Love,
yes.
Would you? Or would
Yes.
you, given the way things have turned out, would you have done it anyway because now you have Rodgers long-term and he's playing better than he's ever played?
No, but see, Max, it goes back to what I said. I understand you think 30-3 is like, oh, okay, well, it's 30-3. It's not that big of a deal. He was playing great football in a system that he just inherited for the first time in Matt LaFleur. That you got to think about what I'm saying. First time playing in that system, I think it was 30 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, something close to that. 13-3. How could you possibly want to draft a quarterback? Like, what were you looking at that you said, oh, we need to go get a quarterback? That made 0 sense at the time. I don't care what position they selected. They shouldn't have selected a quarterback. I don't think that fueled him to all of a sudden come off and have back-to-back MVP seasons. I think second and third time around within that system allowed the comfort level to take over. So now you saw the best of Aaron Rodgers over the last 2 seasons.
So in 2018, I looked it up.
T. Higgins, Michael Pittman,
Yeah.
Chase Claypool. Like those are draft selections that you would have rather had other than
I
Jordan
hear you.
Love.
And no question they could have done better, right? But 25 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in 2018. Then they get LaFleur 26-4. So it was in line with what he'd done under Mike McCarthy. And then since then, 48-5, 37-4. But look, Key, however you slice it, he wasn't quite the same the first year with McCarthy. And my
You mean
feeling
the first
is,
year with LaFleur?
With LaFleur. My feeling is that the
but
team
he's not going to be.
But right. So, and I'm saying I don't think the team knew. I think genuinely they didn't know. They had a question. Is this because he's learning a new system, or is it because he's getting older?
That's fair.
We don't know. So
that's fair, though, Max. What you're saying is fair, but it's their job to know.
Well,
how could you not know?
They know now.
Yes, they do.
They know now. Who's going to win? And by the way, it was their job to keep Aaron Rodgers once he got upset, and they did. They did their job. They kept him in the fold. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.